I'm sitting here in a complete state of utter panic. Despite, I can't find comfort in my mom's insistence that Marion, it's like, she's not going to show up here, Laura, believe me. She's going to come and get my checks Thursday. She's going to see me Thursday. She won't. Yeah, Mom, but the thing is, she could. She could show up here. She doesn't live that far away. For whatever reason, she could show up here. And since I now believe the universe itself wants something bad to happen to me, Marion could show up here. It's not likely, but it could happen. I'm not. So I needed desperately to talk to Beth, and preferably Beth and her husband. And because I'm not in any condition to fight anything. I need allies in person. I need people to help me. I'm disabled. I'm never happy, but with Bobby and Max, I was starting to just, I was even thinking, oh, here's a guy who's not an asshole, he's one of the good ones, and I was so wrong. My heart gets broken again. Can't take it. Bobby can't accuse me of tricking him. He knew everything. You guys know he did. He knew I was holed up here. My mom was destroying the house. I wrote to him. He knew I had to get away. I didn't want to deal with Mary. He knew all of it. He knew about my mom. He knew everything, so he can't say that I tricked him. He knew everything. He didn't know about my online shit because none of his fucking business, my online shit. And I mostly said good things about him. I didn't like the deal with the shit piling up in the pen and finding glass in it, You're supposed to take care of your dog, or the kibbles and bits thing, but a lot of people feed their dogs crap. But overall, I said nothing but good things about him. I meant them. And up until the heat thing with the landlord, I didn't say anything about the landlord. I knew nothing about him. As far as I knew from Bobby, his landlord was cool, and Bobby'd had a roommate before for a few months, and she had left because she had found another place to live. She'd moved. She was a lesbian. She moved in with her girlfriend. Save on money, save on rent, and she had a pug, and I thought that was my home. In the end, if I had been agitated or hadn't stayed calm, my baby might have got hurt by those cops, and I would have been sectioned, and all when I'd done nothing wrong. Just like with my mom here, those 8 days of hell, I didn't do anything wrong. And now Marion gets to do what she does to me, and nobody will stop her. Never gets punished. She gets to just win always and laugh at me. She gets to win and laugh at me. That's all that ever happens. Every time I think I'm ever putting a little fear in her, especially when I said, my mom's told people about the power of attorney and she's trying to get a lawyer, Marion laughs. Inside she laughs, because then she was able to use those notes to prove even more my craziness. This talk salad will say, well, you left those notes and you fell right into Marion's hands. Yeah. But I have witnesses. I didn't destroy my mother's house. I told you guys slowly what was happening. I took video. But the woman at the shelter was like, did you take pictures of your mom destroying the house? Like, no, of course not. Well, then, in the end, who's to say you didn't do it? I mean, playing devil's advocate here, What a joke. I want to die. I can't stand this world. It's only going to get worse. I told my mom all these killings and whatnot. The recent one where they... woman and a guy in a suicide pact thing killed 2 cops and a civilian, and then turned the gun, they had a suicide thing, and they said this is a revolution or something, it's only gonna get worse. That virgin killer killed 19 people, young kid. It's only gonna get worse. That older guy, ex-cop, blew that guy away in the movie theater right in front of his wife. Left her husbandless and 3-year-old fatherless. Only gonna get worse. Blew him away because he was texting her in the previews of the movie, not even the movie, but in the end, it's only gonna get worse. Filled with fury. You think I don't want to smash things? You think I don't want to do bad things? You think I don't feel it inside of me? I'm filled with fury, so I internalize it. It has no outlet. Remember, too, I haven't had sex in over 6 years. I have no form of release except for when my music's blasted in my ear. And that's not the perfect form of release, Not by a long shot. Never gets better for me. I'm not getting any responses to my 2 roommate ads. 2 different sites, I'm not getting any responses. I get the stupid men who see they want the FWB situation. What do you think? If we got along, could we be boyfriend and girlfriend? Go fuck yourself up the ass. The chances of me having anything in common with you who would be so desperate as to even say that to me are slim to none. You think I'm disabled and you don't understand how fucking brilliant I am. Or you think you're just desperate. You don't know how I'm disabled. It's not physically, and it doesn't make me an idiot. Not even remotely. Ran to my mom's closet and got in there and huddled in there with my heart pounding a mile a minute. I shouldn't have to do stuff like that. I shouldn't have to live like that when I'm not a criminal, when I didn't do anything wrong. I shouldn't have to live like this. It was just like when I was visiting my mom in the hospital and I told her my stupid cousin lived around there and I didn't know if they were going to turn me away, you know, if Marion had set it up or I couldn't visit my mom, and I'm like looking over my shoulder because my cousin, I knew she lived around there and she saw me. She'd probably call Marion, or maybe she wouldn't, but she, you know, she might. Shouldn't have to live like this when I've done nothing wrong. It'd be one thing if I'd actually done anything wrong. Hanging notes all over my mother's house, the house she destroyed, is not illegal. The notes told the truth. They told Marion off. Something I'd wanted to do for over 10 years. Terror. Absolute terror. I'm not being melodramatic. I wish I was. Wish I were. I look at those poetry, I'm like, God, I write like that and I'm treated like fucking crap in this life. It doesn't make sense. I need to go get my stuff in LA. That's going to be more terror. Donald and Hope live a 15-minute walk down the street, down the road. But I can't just keep paying on that endlessly. It just went up $8. I'm paying almost $50 a month. Plus, I need closure. I need my stuff with me. Not paying $50 a month forever from a storage unit in LA. It's stupid. It's almost $600 a year. Going there is going to fill me with absolute terror. And there at the landlord. Family, especially after I got that letter from the constable, filled with utter fucking lies. None of it was true. Even the reference to, I posted hot profane, you know, he's saying he's terrified of me. Even the YouTube video is justifiable. I didn't threaten them. I didn't, you know, they're just full of shit. I was justifiably angry. Anyone would be. Goddamn nuts. He's watching for the thermostat to turn on and you're paying $1,600 a month. This wasn't some $1,600 a month and you can't turn the fucking heat on when it's cold out? Are you kidding me? agreed with me. He agreed with me. He's like, just turn the heat. Yeah, but look what they do. He could be sued for that. They're not forcing you, but it's intimidation tactics. The thermostat turns on when it's 58 degrees in the house, and they call up and bitch. And meanwhile, they have a nice toasty thing that oh my God. Sick. It's sick. They watched for the third. I couldn't believe it when Bobby told me that. And then he's trying to come up with other ways where we can heat the house. Well, why don't we turn on this thing I got from my friend that's a electric fire? I'm like, that's going to up the electricity sky high. It'd be worse than the damn heat. It'll cost them more in the long run because there's heat and electricity included. I'm like, it's bullshit. You have a right to turn the goddamn heat on. It's 58 degrees in the house. It wasn't set to 80. We're not taking advantage. What's wrong with those people? Just the fact that they would do that is sickening. It's absolutely sickening. And then what he did and lying about me in that letter from the constable, that my shelter caseworker said, I don't think he even filed this with the police. Yeah, I don't know what he did. It came by the constable. How could he have not? I'm sure he did file it with the police. They just lied, just like Marion. My mom had made those charges on my mom's credit card. Marion let her have the credit cards. My mom, if there were cameras, I mean, it's a long time ago, but she signed for them in person. They weren't stuff done online, and Marion gets away with declaring him as fraud. The irony of my life, it is sickening. I want to die. I write so well. I look at that poetry. I'm like, you wrote those poems. No one fucking cares. Men say things to you from the dating websites. You must hear this all the time. You have an unreal body. Certain men out here are my fans. You're yummy. I want to, like, do stuff to you, and you look incredible, and Miriam makes me out to be, and she gets away with it with the rest of my family, too. I'm a fucking crack addict. I'm crazy like my mother. I'm you know, she can't say I'm a crack addict, but, you know, she treats me like that, like I'm a common lowlife, loser, criminal, you know, stealing from my mother, who I don't love. I just see her as my cash cow, and I have a letter that actually I think I lost it, but I recorded part of it on a video years ago, you know, where she says that these people just see you as you're their cash cow, because I told her other friends, and she's still friends with them, but they can't use her anymore. I can't stand them, and they got thousands of dollars off of her. But I'm her daughter. Marion lumps us all together. She's helped out other friends. My mom's she's very easily, you know, manipulated. But she's helped out other friends. The friend was living here for a while with the big dog. Dog wasn't even allowed to go away. I mean, and I can't stand that friend either. I don't like my mom's friends, but she has a right to have them, you know. They're mentally ill, and she's mentally, you know, but I can't stand them. I don't believe they really care about her. But Marion lumps us all together. It's all about money with Mary. It doesn't matter if it's my mom. There are people like the woman in the caseworker shelter and others, and Donald's Mom Hope, whatever, it's your mother. She can give you $100,000 if she wants to mother, but Mary convinces everyone no. Laura took advantage of her mentally ill mother, financial advantage, period, end of discussion, and most people most people listen to Marion. Or would if they knew the story. So no, I'm not going to have my mother. I mean, it's nice to think about, just to fuck Marion over. She wouldn't know until she got the bill, but she'd turn it around. She'd be so furious, she'd declare it as fraud and get away with it. Credit card companies, apparently, they don't investigate. You call up and you declare it. I have it. Fraud adjustment, to the tune of, like, it was, she called up and it was all removed from my mom's credit card. That my mom made all the purchases in person. They weren't online. I didn't hold a gun to my mom's head. And Marion, that stands, and she said it. When she declares it as fraud, I know she said who I was. I know she did. And it's all fraud adjustments. Mary didn't do that because she needed that $1,000 to add up to like $1,000. Things my mom bought me, things my mom bought herself, food for the house, but no, she put it on the credit card. Mary did not. Mary did that to smear my name, just like she's smearing my name now. It never ends. Even when I think I have a little bit of leverage, you know? When I told her, my mom's actually told her social worker and her psychologist she wants to fight you, she wants to get a lawyer. Marion, it doesn't faze her. And in the end, she had the last laugh because my mom wound up in the fucking hospital. And the question is, why? Why did that 8 days happen? Why did any of this happen? My mom got triggered because I knew I couldn't live with her and I was leaving, and she was upset I was leaving. I don't know what happened. Joe doesn't care. He's back Bangladesh, Bangladesh, whatever, you know. I said, maybe it is my fault. I was put too much pressure on her. Bangladesh, it was going to happen anyway. But, you know, it's only that me and my mom can live together. But my God, I was fucked over. I'm in a shelter. I have a bad back. I have to carry my stuff. My mother, based on lies, can't have me stay here. Just temporarily, not even set up my computer, just go to the library and, you know, not even pay for the internet, and I'm not costing my mom anything. I have money. I have enough food that I could eat without even going shopping for months. If I wanted to not have fruit or whatnot, you know, I have plenty. And I can't because of Marion's lies. There's no restraining order against me. My mom is a doctor's note that I'm allowed to stay here forever with her. You know, fuck it. It's just bullshit.